By HuddleCamHD, broadcasting live every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube. Tune in weekly as we uncover the convergence of AV and IT. Your front seat to industry professional interviews in the exciting video conferencing and video collaboration space. Let's get started.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Chat Live.
I'm Tess Protesto.
And I'm Paul Richards.
Today is an exciting day for you guys, but just to remind you who we are HuddleCamHD, and this show is designed to bring you everything that you need to know about video conferencing and USB cameras.
Yes, you can see in front of us we have 3 different wireless chat phones that we offer here at HuddleCamHD. Numero uno is one that you probably are already used to. And Tess, why don't you show us this one? Kind of gives a little close-up there.
This is the HuddlePod Air. This is maybe our best-selling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
So this is a best-selling product?
Yeah.
Wow. So this is the big winner here. And we reached out to our customers and asked, what's the next step for this? What do you guys want to see? What are your needs? And they requested a dual chat pod to, have a farther reach. So that's what we did. We created the HuddlePod Air Duo chat pods.
Yes, and you can see here, I'll tell you, that we have 2 of these.
We're running on playlist today because we're doing it ourselves.
So both of these, they both have a battery. So these are completely wireless as needed. And then I'm going to unplug this, which is going to change our sound card. But that right there is the USB 2.0 receiver. You can see it says HuddleCam right on there. I'm not sure if you can see, but it matches in this nice gunmetal gray, as Tess calls it. I think that's pretty close to accurate. And they're just completely wireless. They've got an audio out and a USB 2.0 micro to USB 2, which we include with the camera, with the microphones, speakerphones, for charging only, just for charging.
So the USB transmitter is what makes these devices wireless.
Yes.
This is an alternative to Bluetooth. And from what I understand, a more reliable alternative to Bluetooth?
Yeah. Actually, that's a really good point, Tess. And that's the main reason why when people find HuddleCamHD and find our HuddlePod Air, which is really the most popular one, and they're used to Bluetooth, they ask me all the time, do I have to pair this with my computer? When the computer goes to sleep, am I going to have to repair it? And that's been a big pain point for people using like the Jabra Speak 510 and other Bluetooth. Mm-hmm. This is using a 2.4 gigahertz, so the computer, because of the wireless USB 2.0 receiver, it just thinks that it's plugged in, which is what you want it to think. So when the computer wakes up from sleep at startup, for example, it will automatically recognize that speakerphone, not only for your default microphone, but also for the speaker as well. And so we'll show the speaker output in a second, I guess.
Yeah, do you want to just cover like some basics with this product? If there's any additions or, what separates it from the HuddlePod Air?
Sure. So I guess let's go over the buttons first. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so what you're going to get in the box is these two pods, and you're also going to get the USB transmitter that we just went over. You're also going to get 2 charging cords, USB connected charging cords. The battery life, I believe, is 7 to 8 hours. So once you charge these up, thank you. It's going to come in this nice little speakerphone bag for you too, for portability and traveling care.
And then each speakerphone will come with a little bag that includes a USB charger and a USB A to micro cable. That's just for charging. All the connectivity goes through the wireless device. And then each one comes with a neoprene travel case. So if you need to put both of these in and pack them away nicely, you can throw them right in this, which is also included. The other thing to mention is it works with Mac, Windows, and Linux. So all the major platforms are supported operating systems. And then from a web conferencing standpoint, any meeting software, even video conferencing platforms like Skype
the USB
for Business.
connectivity, I think, just makes it really plug and play and versatile in that way.
As soon as you plug it in, literally one-time driver install, and it's so quick you might not even notice it. And then literally they become your speakers, which you can distribute out, in a long table. This table's a little small.
Yeah, so this isn't the most accurate depiction of use case, but we're just demoing these for you so you can get a feel for the product. This would be more suited for a larger conference space. What are the dimensions? It's 12 feet by 25 feet?
I think it's 12 by 10.
Are you sure?
So, well, 12 by 10 each.
Oh,
So-
12 by 10 each.
So basically 20 by 12. So think of a long table, each one having roughly a 12-foot circle around it, and spreading that out between a long 20-foot table. And the nice thing is that each one has the ability to mute individually. So you can go ahead and hit the mute button and mute one side of the table, the other side of the table.
20 by 12 microphone pickup.
The other thing that we did, which is quite interesting and is unique in the market, I'll show this one a little closer up here, is that we added the ability to select microphones. So you can see there, which microphone is on. This little, hopefully you guys can see that. There's a little blue LED right there. Now, when I click it, it goes to this microphone, or all three at the same time. The reason why we do that is if there's somebody who for a given meeting is going to be doing the main presentation, you can actually already go ahead and mute the other two sides. So if you're talking, Tess, it'll go right to you.
So you can sort of highlight one participant's voice.
Yes. Now, and it's pretty intuitive. I think that pretty much anyone could see how that works. But also, you want to make sure that all three are on if you're trying to do the full 360 of the unit. So just a little example there. Tess and I are going to be answering your questions. I'm sure there's a few. We'll answer your questions, and we're also going to jump on a GoToMeeting call in just a minute here. And
Jim wants to know if
everybody.
this is the same functionality as a USB 2 Air.
The
the transmitter, there's no transceiver.
There is no transceiver. And that's a good point. So the USB 2 Air is really a transceiver set. This is a transmitter, and these are two speakerphones. So the USB 2 Air is a transceiver, so each one can send and receive.
Okay.
So the USB 2 Air, it's a very similar technology. Our engineers have worked on it, really pioneered this USB 2.0 wireless space. But with the USB 2 Air, it's a wireless USB 2.0 port into your computer and then out to like a hub or another device you can make any device, any webcam or speakerphone that's compatible wireless.
With the USB 2 Air. But with this device, we're just sending information to the chat pods.
Yes, exactly. So it just becomes your default speakerphone and microphone, but it's fairly straightforward. In fact, I'm going to try to use this camera to show it a little closer. How's my focus test? Does that look good?
Hard to see.
So you can see the LEDs a little better here. I just want to hit these one more time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect,
see 1,
but
2, 3.
I would raise as much as you can, yeah.
And then you can see that we've got mute speaker, and then we've got, that's just to go ahead
all mics?
And that's to switch the mics.
Oh, so you can have all.
Speaker up, speaker down.
Okay.
That's for volume.
Okay, great. So I know that we're going to get the question about echo cancellation.
Yes, so this has built-in echo cancellation. These are full duplex microphones, and that means so you can basically, it's going to be recording not recording it, but transmitting your audio to the far end, and can also at the same exact time, if someone's talking to you, will be coming out. So it's full duplex. That's what that means. A microphone and a speakerphone at the same time, not chopping off that functionality and switching back and forth.
Okay. And what's the warranty on these products?
So these do all have a 3-year warranty. One of the jokes that we have with these HuddlePods is that these things are like built so tough that
Please don't throw it again.
Don't throw it. I won't throw it. But literally, we drop them on the floor. They've got a 3-year warranty. They're built rock solid the way that these things are built with the metal casing and the just the screw, just the whole. So we gave them a 3-year warranty, and we hardly ever get them back. The only thing that does happen is from time to time, somebody loses this receiver. And the other question that we get quite a bit is, if you've got 2 or 3 different rooms next to each other, will there be interference with the wireless?
Okay.
So we do get that question quite a bit. These are uniquely paired from one device to the next. They're using what's called the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. spectrum. That spectrum has what's called band hopping. So if there's multiple in the same area, they will hop between the bands to get the band that has the least interference. So the FCC
Great.
here in the United States has kind of basically designed it to accept interference and do band hopping. So
Ivy Keller says the users in my location can manage to break anything.
Well, it's true. If that's the case, then this might actually be your best bet. I'm telling you, you can drop it on the ground on a concrete floor.
Matt
and it'll
says,
be
do we have
fine.
any clips of Paul spiking the HuddlePod Air?
We should have
Somebody
saved
has
that.
clips of that, and I think it might be Patrick, but I don't have any
Well,
on hand.
I think if you type in
Please
HuddlePod
remove
Air
the
drop
live
test.
chat window. It's blocking.
Okay. Oh, you're right. I will remove that now.
So there was a question about comparing these devices to any Logitech devices. I don't know any off the top of
One
my
of
head.
the interesting things is that Logitech does not have any completely wireless speakerphones. Now, when we're looking at this HuddleCam Go, which someone's actually going to win, and I'm excited for somebody to win this today, this is very similar to the Logitech Connect system, which is about $600. This is only $299. This does not have built-in screen sharing. So when you use the HuddleCam Go, it doesn't have an HDMI cable that plugs into your television. We decided that to save money and make it more affordable, we would just do one USB cable for camera, microphone, and speakerphone.
And then you would just use screen sharing via your
computer.
PC and your conferencing software.
And that seemed to make more sense for our user base. The Logitech made their unit significantly more expensive because of that. And then we did get a request last week, and just let us know in the chat if you guys would like to see the brand new 3XA and
10XA?
10XA. We've got both of them here.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I'd like to show the 10XA maybe. We're going to jump on a GoToMeeting call in a moment. And if you haven't noticed with our live show, every week we do a new meeting software. So last week we did Slack. Today we're doing GoToMeeting. We're going to do Skype for Business soon. We're going to do Zoom video conferencing, WebEX, WebRTC, all those. Today we're doing GoToMeeting. And
Should we use the HC Go?
we could use the HuddleCam Go. We could use the 10X. We could use the 3X. We actually have a 10X Generation 3, which is the USB 3.0. This one's 2.0. We also have 3.0 cameras that are significantly higher quality. You really get like production quality from a USB 3.0 model. But I think today we're going to stick with our all USB 2.0 family. And
Something we didn't notice, I do see an audio out option on
yes,
the back
I'm
of
glad you mentioned that, Tess.
the HuddlePod Air. If you were to just go in your conference room and need a private meeting, it could function for that.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
so if you had someone who wanted to have exactly a private meeting or hearing
Or a
impaired
moment.
or a moment.
Yeah, hearing okay.
If there was like a private moment, you could basically plug it in. So that's really nice too.
Let's get into the demo.
Let's do it. So I wanted to let everybody know that you can go to, let's launch our meeting, our GoToMeeting.
Okay.
And Tessa's going to go ahead and do that.
Do you think that we should only have like your microphone on and that side and mine
that's
over
a good
here?
idea. That's a great idea.
I just learned about that.
And we should be all good. We'll take our background down and we're going to put in the chat, just so you guys know, it's gotomeet.me/HuddleCamHD. You can join this call. You can listen to these microphones, and of course, we'll have a conversation with you. So Tess is going to pop that in the chat. We have somebody specifically who we're inviting to the show. So if nobody joins us from the crowd, we've got somebody on deck, Steve Barrera from HuddleCam, who's going to be meeting with us. And Steve, if you're watching the show, we're waiting for you here. We're ready to jump into the show.
So I am not a typical GoToMeeting user. So I have my browser up here.
Yes.
So now I then go to the actual GoToMeeting app that's on my computer, like we did earlier. Because last time I clicked
see.
start my meeting.
So the
Now
meeting
it's
is
saying-
open still, I guess.
Okay.
So
I'm going to the desktop app then.
yeah, go ahead and maybe even
Meet
minimize
now?
this. Go ahead and minimize this. Is it open still? Is it right behind us? Okay. So we need to. Where is the GoToMeeting? Do we not have it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, but what
Yeah,
is
go ahead
that?
and hit meet now.
It will be the proper link.
I hope so. That is one thing we're going to have to
Because
check.
we already used
and
that.
drag it right over here so we can show everybody. I'm going to plug in the 10x because I have a feeling someone's going to want to see this. Okay. Actually, the meeting ID is 163-676-541. So we're going to go ahead and I guess we're going to have to invite.
I can copy
Copy
the
link. Okay, so we're going to have to send a new link. It's in the chat for everybody who wants to join. And I'm going to go ahead and set up this HuddleCam 10X because I really think
Apologies
that'll
for
be a good
that.
one for us. There we go. And we'll plug in our
So
10XA.
we're gonna use the 10XA.
Yeah. I think a
Okay,
lot of
so
people wanted
we
to
are
see that.
selected on the HuddlePod Airs right now.
Okay, for our microphone.
Kevin Dryman has arrived. Hey,
Oh, hi, Kevin. How you doing? I can see. Now, why don't you go ahead and hit sound check?
Where is that?
Right there. All right, I can hear that they're working.
So we are able to receive audio at this time. Just make sure that you have a microphone selected on the other end and that you are not muted and that you are seeing green levels under the audio tab that you see right here on your GoToMeeting browser.
We're going to go ahead and plug in the 10XA right here.
I can see that we're sending
our webcam.
levels from our microphones.
Check our... let me get our remote control real quick.
Just waiting to be receiving audio from anyone. And I am having the drivers installed from the 10XA right now. We're about to use the 10XA as our webcam.
Okay. Show. There we go. And hit widescreen. There we go.
All right, so we have our camera.
I've always been happy with the quality of this camera. So go ahead and hit that camera button
Aw,
there.
I'm seeing somebody, Kevin's
Oh, we've
puppy.
got 4 people. So hit the webcam button there, and then we'll be able to see everybody. There should be some... I think we're missing something, Tess.
No, I have it.
Oh, you do? Can you drag it over here? Okay. There we go. Kevin Dryman. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott. Oh, we have the first person sending audio to us. Thank you, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Great presentation, you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So how are we sounding? You're catching our audio either from the browser or from the meeting.
There we go. Let me see if I can zoom out.
The video is just a tad bit choppy, but the audio is crystal clear.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, we did install the camera driver while GoToMeeting was up. I should have plugged this in earlier.
So I'm okay here, but I don't know how we're sending things over Wi-Fi right now. You know, I'm trying to be like fast movements. The meeting might not be sending so well.
It's pretty good.
Awesome. So the audience is hearing you, Kevin, from these... Scott, from these speakerphones here. And we have Scott here on GoToMeeting. Anyone, Tess put the meeting ID in there. Are you a GoToMeeting user, Scott, or do you use a different platform?
Use a lot of different ones, not usually GoToMeeting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we use...
Skype for business.
Yep, that's a big one. We use Zoom sometimes, and we use Slack for our inter-office communication platform.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Amanda and Kevin aren't sending audio, but you
I
can see
see.
who is
I
here.
see.
It says Scott sending audio and video.
Very nice.
Perfect. And you are from Carousel University?
Well, Carousel Industries.
Oh, okay.
Just, something that we sponsor.
Ah, nice.
cool.
And what does Carousel Industries do?
We're an AV, we're a full-service IT firm, but I'm in the AV integration area.
Perfect.
Visual communications.
So you know what we're talking about here.
A little bit.
That's awesome. And is Skype for Business? So what we have you, Scott? So you have a wealth of knowledge. You work with a lot of different companies. Is Skype for Business the main one that you're seeing out there? Are you seeing any trends? Because it's just about to be the end of 2017. Here we are entering 2018. We've got you here. What do you think about the trends of what you're seeing out there from web conferencing?
Well, there's certainly a lot of them.
Yes.
But Zoom is certainly making a lot of inroads for a lot of customers, for sure. Skype for Business, of course. The Cisco platform.
Cisco Spark
products.
Yeah,
Spark are certainly building as well. I mean, a lot of competition.
Yeah, they certainly do have a lot of competition amongst one another. Kevin says there seems to be a delay between GoToMeeting and Facebook Live.
Oh,
so
certainly.
that could be. Do you think that's off-putting for the listeners?
No, it shouldn't be.
I would say the delay is about a 30-second delay between what you're saying now and what's coming up on Facebook Live and YouTube Live.
Oh, I see. So for those of you who are in the GoToMeeting right now, yes, you're probably going to want to mute Facebook, or you're going to get a 30-second delay. But for everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook right now, and feel free to pull comments up, and maybe even if you guys want to ask Scott a question or Kevin a question, we can pull up your comments.
Veckler or B. Keller says we're using Skype meeting, WebEx, and Cisco IP communicator.
Very interesting.
What's the deal with Cisco? I saw that you posted something about that and predictions for 2018.
Yeah, so Cisco.
Honestly, and there's a big trend right now that Cisco is ramping up their Spark product line because they eventually want to integrate their Jabber and WebEx into a one meeting type solution. They actually want to compete with. It's not really called Skype for Business anymore. They're calling it Teams now. So they're looking to make basically match up with Teams, so they can do file transfer, file sharing, video calling, single number reach with single devices or multiple devices, whether it be desktop, smartphone, and desk phone.
I want to point something out about the devices as we're testing them right now that I'm noticing. When somebody's microphone becomes active in the middle of the conversation, it has a little sound cue. It's like a doo-doo. And I noticed that because Martin, hi Martin.
Hi Martin.
Martin came on and I heard a cue.
Congratulations to your show.
Thank you very much. Where are you from, Martin?
I'm from Austria.
Austria.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. Thank you for joining.
Worldwide.
Wow.
Worldwide. That's so great, and it's so fun to be able to have people just come right in with video and audio. One of the things
we learn a lot about people.
that Scott was saying and Kevin is that there are so many different video conferencing software. So if we're going to do a new one every week, I don't think we'll ever run out.
No, certainly.
Well, that's great. So have you used GoToMeeting before, Martin?
Yes, sometimes, but mostly Skype for Business or Skype conference calls, yes.
Skype for Business is a big one.
It's the big one, for sure.
Is it?
It has to be the biggest.
Yeah, and what industry are you a part of, Martin?
In the media industry.
Okay.
I have also two Generation 2 SDI webcams from you.
Nice. Awesome.
Well, that's great. We were going to talk a little bit about that, about the NDI application, which is eventually, for those of you who may not know, there's something called the New Tech NDI available for the PTZ Optics SDI models. Oh, it's a lot of techie stuff there. But that NDI...
available soon.
Which is available, January 3rd. Allows you to pull in a virtual webcam into GoToMeeting or WebEx or Skype just over the Ethernet connection. So you can power the camera over Ethernet, control it with the IP Joy as Martin's doing, and bring in video and audio directly into something like Skype for Business or GoToMeeting.
Interesting.
It's going to be a crazy world in 2018.
NDI is the next big thing for conferencing. And
NDI for video conferencing.
Yeah.
Why the heck not?
Yeah, why not?
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for helping us out with this demonstration. I think that we really got what we needed across here.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate your time today.
see you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the post show here. and answer some questions while we have you all. We're going to pull a winner for the, in fact, Tess, maybe you could pull the Gleam winner.
I surely will.
We're going to pull a winner for the HuddleCam Go, and hopefully that was a great test for what we can do with video conferencing all the way, was it Austria?
Austria.
I think that Carousel Industries is in New York, but they're all across the United States, and here we are outside Philadelphia.